going live, 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 going live. What is up? Pan, tilt, 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 pedestal up, pedestal up, pedestal up, truck, 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 truck. What's up with the Reel Marcoux? Truck, truck, truck. Oh, truck, truck, pan, tilt, tilt. Dolly, dolly, roll, 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 roll. Extreme close up, extreme close up. What's going on? What's going on? Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Reel. How's it going? How's it going? A little bit foggy up on the lens today. Hey, what's going on, Oscar? How you doing? Welcome to the Reel Marcoux. A little bit last minute. My daughter was on some distance learning herself. It's just going. I'm sorry, man. I know it's just going. It feels like that today with all the rain coming down and stuff like that. Yesterday was a little nice, but man, it's a tough scenario, man. Tough scenario, especially when we're like, dying to be in our new home. We just got this new building, and here we are all stuck at home trying to do virtual learning. Daughters, I mean, she's doing their distance learning, and I swear it just seemed like kind of like a tech support with little kids. Not little kids, little adults. They're very wise little adults. Yes, they are. Yeah, you got that right, Oscar. So yeah, how's it been going, man? Is things going well for you? Had a pretty nice thread going yesterday with Purple Step. Purple Step joined us and really became quite an interesting live stream because we got into talking quite a bit about like the live streaming process. Kind of figured this thing out, so that was kind of neat. We could play around with like kind of putting different images. Oh, scary Marcoux. I was just playing around a little bit with some kind of like twisted filters yesterday. Thought this guy was kind of weird. It was Marcoux. They put like the face on Marcoux. There he is without a head. Just like kind of looking at his cell phone. Yeah, weird stuff. Ah, 2 eyes. Kind of creepy. Kind of creepy. Did a little bit of multi-streaming a couple days back. I was streaming a stream, so that was kind of interesting. Got to play around with that. Thought that was pretty interesting. Oh, don't want to throw that stuff up there. But yeah, man. Hanging in, that's for sure. That is for sure. Gotta go a little Dutch here so I can get this little thing going, because I got this thing in the corner. Boop. There we go. Yeah, yo! Hair's looking a little funky today. Had to put my other bandanas in the car, let them sit for a little bit, because I was out in the wild, wild west of the world, getting some supermarket groceries and stuff like that. Oh my gosh. This thing needs to go. Go. Can't get rid of it. I don't know why. I'll have to leave that up there for a little bit. Down at the bottom, you can see I was taking a few pictures actually of my my wife's mother, and not my wife's mother, my wife's grandmother. She was actually a Polaroid. She worked at the Polaroid factory when they invented the Polaroid. So I thought that was interesting because you know, she started off. She was the red feather girl, and again, she's passed. You know, probably about like 4 or 5 years ago. But yeah, I thought it was very interesting. She was the red feather girl. She was a model for Polaroid. Well, she wasn't a model, but she worked at the Polaroid factory. She was incredibly beautiful. So you know, they saw that muse in Ruthie, and oftentimes for the early Polaroid cameras, man's right there who invented the Polaroid. Um, he hired Ruthie because she was so beautiful and had her work in the factory, and oftentimes used her for some of the first tests that they did with the Polaroid. So you can see that camera right there, one of the first Polaroids. Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. What's up, Kevin? Um, Yeah, so I used her model for the first Polaroid camera way back in the day. I thought that was really interesting. So I took a couple snapshots of the shots that we have of her and the Polaroid factory are like film history, you know. I thought that was really fascinating. You know, we're in this kind of weird zone and stuff like that. And I know some of you guys are might be having a little difficulty with the video challenges. So I did put a photography option out there, and I thought it was interesting to explore that. Gotta go a little Dutch. I got this weird kind of scenario going on where I have like these boxes kind of chilling out. If I hit that button, oh, there it goes. Yo, someone's texting somebody, but yo, a little bit of a like kind of a melancholy rain outside and stuff like that. It's not really helping the feeling of staying at home when you're stuck inside. But like any old day, you'd be stuck inside anyways because it's raining, you know. But the other day it was kind of interesting. I don't know if you guys play Horizon Dawn Zero, but I had found this really fascinating picture um, of this video game character. He's like a shopkeeper in that game called Karst. I thought that was kind of funny because it looks like they just stole an image from me back in 2016 and um, put my face on some character or something because it literally even has my like jagged teeth and my crooked nose and my forehead imperfections and stuff like that. So it's quite close of a representation of the Reel Marcoux over here. That was pretty interesting. An interesting discussion when it comes down to it because, I wonder how many people's faces they're using as different models and muses for their video game characters when they're running out of ideas. They're probably just like searching the web looking for like interesting or ugly looking characters like myself to like make digital shopkeepers. One day I'll free my digital brethren. Um, but yeah, the two assignments are still up right now. I'm going to be getting to my Skyward gradebook this weekend, and yeah, we'll see how that goes. Um, but yo, why don't we play some beats or something like that? We got some beats up here, buddy. Let's see what this one is. I forgot to take the cap off my lens over here. A little bit last minute today. My daughter was literally on the distance learning to the last minute, so I had about like 2 minutes to set up for this. I was checking out some other video conferences to get some info. Always kind of like keeping my finger on the pulse of the educational community. Shout out to Fumio, seeing them up on the Riska page, kind of like giving advice to different educators about how they can reach out to different groups of students and stuff like that. Yeah, but feel free to give me any questions if you have anything going forward. I mean, I was just kind of like waiting because I noticed a little bit of a lull in activity when it comes down to actually getting the projects completed. So you guys have been fine, actually, Matthew and Kevin. But I do have a really awesome assignment that's going to be coming down the pipeline. I just didn't want to overwhelm some of the characters that are kind of waiting to get things done a little bit. Well, look at that. I didn't even get my collar right today. Literally jumped out of the shower. My daughter's like, I'm done. I'm like, okay, I'll join. It's interesting because some of the kids were like, give me your Roblox handles. That way we can all play Roblox together and stuff like that. I wonder if you guys are out there gaming together a lot. Probably a lot more than often. I mean, gaming out there in the virtual land. Playing, collaborating, building things. I don't know if Minecraft is still a thing, but that was pretty interesting. Digital creation that would go on all the time. Maybe someone can make a Minecraft drive-in movie theater or something. That'd be kind of cool. Down the line, we definitely have to have some film festivals, some virtual film festivals. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the 185 Project. Missing my boy Preston. Missing all my students big time. You know, it's tough. Really miss you guys. Studio that was really fantastic. It's still fantastic, just sitting there waiting for us, you know? We'll get back there. Got all those nice computers just sitting. I wonder if they're getting lonely. The halls are probably missing us, you know? I like this music. Makes me feel good, you know? It's a little sad, but sometimes if you play sad music, it kind of like gets out that, not so much aggression, but if you're feeling a little melancholy, sometimes play a little melancholy music and it gets that melancholy feel out of, you know, like ambience. I was watching a film the other day, I don't know if it's still on Roku, but Rubber's a neat film. Kind of like a weird cheesy horror flick about a tire. The tire just kind of rolls through the desert, runs over things. And that tire actually has like telekinetic powers and can make things explode. You see people's heads exploding and stuff like that. Pretty fascinating. I like films that kind of break the paradigm. This gives us a big opportunity to kind of think outside the box, being in the shell, you know? Kind of work with what we have to kind of create something, you know? One thing I want to do is I want to work on this. Maybe get the camera angle a little bit better. Maybe get some better cameras up in this. I don't know. A lot of stuff costs money. So I always try to think about like analog ways that I could twist out things without money. So getting to save my money. Especially for the summer. Looks like they just announced that they're like canceling concerts and stuff this summer. It's a big part of my income. For me, no big deal. We'll work it out. What up, Purple Step? Join in. Shout out to you. Thank you for joining yesterday. That was really nice. Give me some ideas. Yeah, just listen to some kind of sad, you know, like kind of get, you know, it's a little melancholy. It's sometimes I play music that fits the mood or fits my mood, you know. Gets the aggression out, gets the sadness out. It's a drippy, droppy day out there. The rain's flowing down. Love how those beats, they sound like raindrops. Sometimes you take sounds and you put them in reverse and they sound like tears, or they sound like reverse sound, you know, reverse raindrops. The rain went up back into the clouds, and those clouds traversed us. Yeah, it's okay to feel sad sometimes. Oh, that dropped out early. Oh, what are you gonna do? Gotta flip up some stuff on the YouTube. Yesterday was quite choppy. I think I need to reset my router or something like that, because sometimes the cache gets filled with all kinds of stuff, and my kids are always on the distance learning themselves, so I'm sure please stop the pain. You know, these routers are going non-stop these days. Non-stop. Yo. Yeah, one of those days, guys. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing some work. I had a piece come in from the Real Arnaldo. I'm gonna get a chance to share that tomorrow and do a little virtual crit for him. But I'd like to see some of the work build up, because if I can go through, that's where the retention really kicks in. When I have work to like look over that kind of like gives me something to go to, or like gives me something to talk about, I feel like that could be useful sometimes. You know, today I was just thinking, oh, maybe we'll go into a little bit of film history. You know, found that interesting picture that I used as my tease today. Boop, this guy right here, hanging from a building, taking some shots. Back during the kind of industrial revolution, building New York City. Building New York City was a big part of early cinema history. You know, sometimes when things are getting built, when challenges arise, when creative challenges arise, makes us as cinematographers have to come up with creative solutions to things. You could see this guy. I mean, he doesn't really have a harness. You know, he just got that strapping him to the building, and there he is in a shot of the photographer that's shooting him, shooting a shooter. It's like a big old shootout. But yeah, they took risks back. They didn't have so many rules to abide by, so they could take bigger risks. It's important to take risks as artists. Yeah, now never got into the drone thing. Actually, you know, I was into the early drone thing. Shout out to Bench. You know, he used to have the early drones. We used to have the quadricopters. I should share some of that with you. One of my gigs I had way back in the day was I phone race. It was one of the early drone races, maybe like 6 or 7 years ago. You know, and yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. But you know, gotta go Dutch again. It's probably gonna break my feed. There we go. There we go. Yo, now we just got drones. They're cheap too. Get a cheap drone for like, geez, around 400. No, that's a lot of money, but it's actually kind of small money for what you can get with it. It's weird because nowadays, you know, as technology blows up and stuff like that, businesses, they expect more out of cinematographers. They're like, oh, you don't have a drone? Like, yeah, I don't have a drone. I just invested like, you know, 15 to 20 grand in my personal gear. Oh, YouTube. Not getting enough video to maintain smooth streaming. That's probably because my router is probably dying. It's probably all stuck full of all this, chock full of all this streaming nonsense that we're doing on a non-stop basis. Error, YouTube not receiving. Alright, well, be quiet, you know. Open that widget. Let's see what that does. Meh. Poor streaming status. Well, you know, Cox, you gotta help me out here. Cox has gotta help me out. I believe that they've really kind of hosed me. You know, they said I had a 30 megabit upload speed, but I did speedtest.com or something like that. Clearly only 10 megabits per second. That is disappointing. They should not be doing that to me. Delay. What are you going to do? 20 minutes in and it goes back to the excellent connection. I'm on a hard wire. How can I not? It's per second. It's a very low bit rate for the amount of information that's going forward on the YouTube, you know. Thought this was interesting. You know, you get the 360 television going on in the place to be. Yeah, guys. I want to come in like a hurricane of fire, you know. I come in, I'm like doing the digital DJing and stuff like that. Got all this energy. Kind of lacking in energy today. That's alright. Part of the game. It's okay to feel like a little slow every now and then, you know? Gotta get some, like, what do you call it? Inspiration. Some inspiration or something like that. I had this idea. I want to do this film. I want to shoot it in the Verto Vision. I want to work with some gas masks, actually. I pulled some gas masks out of my... Maybe you guys can give me some suggestions. If I can find those gas masks. Ah, here they are. Here they are. Let me know what you think. Let's see. Went into my shed. I was like, oh, I got to do this gas mask film that I wrote years ago. I have like the standard gas mask. You know, emergency use only. Like, that might look cool. Oh, muffled. Yeah, that might look cool. But it's a little too standard. You know, it doesn't look like futurist or anything like that. I'm kind of looking for, it looks a little futurist, a little post-apocalyptic. Let's see what else I got in here. I have this one. This one's really neat. Like a World War II. It's quite rusty, so I think if I put it on my face, it might like, ugh, got all kind of junk in it too. It's kind of neat though. I like this one. Look at that. Just thinking about maybe using that one. Gotta clean it out for sure. If I put it on. Those cuts in the visual too. Oh boy, spider webs.
What do you think? This one's kind of cool. I like the look of this one. Musty in here.
Need some beats going while I put this thing on. Maybe a little bit, something a little bit more upbeat. Kind of like drifting. Oh, funk is cool. Let's go with that. Ooh. Yeah, this one's alright. Got another one in here. I noticed the Glitter Goddesses, they have a challenge for, turn this down a little bit. I noticed the Glitter Goddesses challenge. Oh boy, this connection is all messed up today. Gotta work on that. That's alright. It's gonna be choppy. We'll work on it today, folks. I like this one. Look at that one. I have to connect this to something. It's a pretty cool gas mask, though. You know, back in the day, actually, when I was a kid, you know, a 20-year-old kid, I always thought maybe we should design, like, I don't know, like designer gas masks or something. I think that might take off. Might be cool. Oh, yeah. Found this bag of marbles. Figured that might come in useful. I can, like, film small things, you know. Marbles could become characters, you know. You have a ball and maybe that the way it moves describes the way its character is, you know. Yeah, definitely gotta reset this. Seen some interesting things. One thing is over the... Looks dope, right? That last one? I think the last one's the winner. Also, it's kind of like messed up too. You know? Like it's all kind of screwed up over here. So maybe I could like augment it, you know? Maybe I could like rip it up and maybe like paste it to something. Oh, look. That's what you have to look through, though. That's kind of like a tough scenario. But it can work. One of the things is I want to get my camera on a rig so that way it like is vertical, you know, so I can do vertical 4K. Might be something neat. Might be. I still like this one though. This one's really cool. Maybe I got a couple characters in there. Could become a saga. All these weird tools, weird things, you know. I try to pull together a bunch of props, a bunch of stuff that, you know, looking through my shed like, oh yeah. I'm gonna make a film with what I got, you know? There's a lot of quarantine film festivals out there. There's one actually called the Quarantine Film Festival. Working on this other stuff. Working on this Adobe project. They're, oh, no data. Oh boy. It's like that stream's gonna drop. Oh, it keeps popping in and out. I think someone's stealing my, Wi-Fi signal or something. That's alright, I did that for years. Oh, karst. Yo. Too much of a likeness. Even as my tooth. My jagged tooth. Astro Boy. Yo. Beginning of anime history. Right there. Yeah, I'm playing around with these. Kind of playing around with, like, kind of reversing things. This is a challenge for Adobe. I think you have to be 18 plus, so part of the game, guys. But they're doing like a virtual rave out in Las Vegas. That might be neat to maybe like play around and maybe try to win. Maybe. So much boredom going on these days that sometimes you just gotta use what you got. This is all done on my phone. I'm trying to do a lot of stuff on my phone now. I figure you guys are working on your phones mostly. like that one. That one's actually really good. Just kind of playing around, you know, just like experiments. Because down the line, one of these things is going to be my poster submission, I think. There's the color palette. They give you some color palettes. They're like, okay, make the poster with this color palette. Kind of neat. Little analogous colors going on there. Of course, there's these. Whoa! Yeah, that's me. Yeah, that's you, Oscar. Just kind of like doubling them up and doubling them up and doubling them up until like it's a little frenetic experience. All kinds of stuff. Yeah, but feel free to like go forward and try some other stuff out, experiment, get some stuff up. Maybe you can make some other the real, you know, because I know there's those that are having difficulty kind of getting some of this stuff done, and that's all fine. Oh, that makes a neat eyeball. I'll make that my eyeball right now. Yeah, so there's interesting stuff that like, you know, you can produce. And what was I just saying? Oh yeah, but some people it's done, which is why I put forward the photography option, which is totally acceptable. On top of that though, I think if you're feeling like, oh, I need something to do, then push towards like build your piece with these concentration pieces. Because I am trying to have a virtual film festival down. We'll have the senior show, but I also want to do additional virtual film festivals that we could do forward, so we can get a little bit of like attention your way. Maybe some of those pieces to real film festivals online. But anyways, I need to do some other real distant challenges. So if you guys have any ideas, or if you hashtag one, tag me and I'll promote it for you. It could be like the real distant purple step challenge, or the real distant Matthew challenge, or who knows, you know, real distant stream see like people create their own challenges, experiment. When we come back to tap a film, or back home, we could be like, yo, look at all this cool stuff we did. That kid's screaming in the background. It's okay to scream a little bit. Screaming gets that energy out. That's why I'm playing that sad music, so I can get the sadness out, you know? Shout out to Sousa. Give Sousa some love, yo. Got these lines in my forehead. Give Sousa some love, guys. Life can be hard sometimes. That's alright, you know, we got each other. I know you guys are out there. It's tough. Tough in this scenario, guys. Hey, what's up, Real Ray? How you doing, man? Well, melancholy this morning. Oh, check out this guy, Ray. Kind of cool, huh? Hanging out in the place to be. The real. I don't know what you guys thought of Karst. See, he's got my tooth. My wisdom teeth pushed him all around. Astro Boy. Yay! There's some interesting stuff in here. Let's see what else we got. Go past all that stuff. And go deep in the archives here. Oh yeah, I threw some art history up there. I thought that was kind of neat. I was hoping that might inspire you guys. Just taking some pictures of art history and kind of mixing and matching them. You can take what you have sometimes. This art history is very interesting. And some of the first holograms. Alright? You can see in that bottom. Whoa, it's zooming me in? I didn't know I could do that. Whoa. That's weird. Anyways, you look in that top left corner in the IG feed, and you can see the projector underneath the stage, and it's reflecting up on that like teleprompter see-through mirror. And it's creating that hologram so that real actor can stab a hologram, and all the audience is like, oh my god, it's a real ghost. Oh my god, no data. Wow. Gotta reset that router. Yo, that's the guy right there. Whoa, that might make a cool one. Maybe to speed this stuff up. I did a lot of like promos and stuff like that back in the early virtual distance. Kind of like experimenting with this format. I don't know. Wish I had some like prizes for you guys or something, like a Fortnite package or something. I don't know. I don't play video games, so I don't really have that stuff. Seems like everyone's like giving away stuff. Got a free giveaway, guys. Free giveaway. Free Marcoux stuff. Here, take my image. Take that guy. Oh my god, he's zooming in. He's zooming in. Oh, that might be cool if I did it. Playing around. Oh, my daughter. Oh, no. See if we did this. That's kind of neat. Oh. Weird. Weird Marcoux. Shout out to the real Matthew. Yeah, that picture is amazing. Well, it fits right in my eye. Shout out to the real Usat. Shout out to the real Franlism. Whoa. This is kind of cool. This one. Whoa. All my eyeballs. I just filmed some reeds and I kind of flipped them up because I took pictures of these. Whoa. And I kind of reversed them on each other. Cox communication conversations. Whatever, Cox. Oh my gosh, we're 34 minutes in. I like these guys. These guys are based on, ooh, this centaur guy. Yeah, that guy's in my backyard hanging out. Made him in college, life-size centaur. Life-size Mark. Let's do that. Whoa. I don't know, guys. I'm fun experimenting now. Now I just figured this thing out, so I'm like, doing. These I just filmed like asphalt, like the pavement. Me and my daughter, we played some chalk, just like scribbling chalk on the asphalt, and then I just like started making these patterns out of them. You know, feel free to experiment, guys. Ooh, that one looks like an eye. My kitty. These early ones were really fun. This was just from TV Fuzz. This came from TV Fuzz. Whoa. The eye. Yeah, this might look cool sped up. That one's kind of neat. Yeah, these came from, oh, there's some of our student work. Hey, Efrol, what's up? That's Efrol's work. It's Azarius.